Hi, I'm Tulshi. Welcome back to Fitness Checks, and today we are continuing on that strength session, but today we are going to do predominantly core work, okay? So if you do have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, I'm using an 8-kilogram kettlebell. If you do have something, please do bring it, but the majority of the session we're going to do body weight anyway. So we're going to do 1 minute of 3 exercises, and then so 1 minute each of 1 exercise for 3 exercises, and then we're going to do 3 minutes worth of a complex. Yeah, so all you're going to need is a mat. Come join me. Let's go. Come over onto the mat. So for 1 minute, plank position, we're going to drop down to our elbow, commando plank, push back up, nice and strong. So this is just 1 minute. Stay strong, stay with me. Good. Halfway. Now if you want to make it a little bit easier, remember feet are a little bit wider. Nice and strong. Stick with me. Good, let's get a couple more in. Good, let's see if we can get 2 more. And rest. This time we're going to go into a side plank position, swapping over. So remember, you can modify this. Hips lift onto the elbow, hold position. So in this position here, you can either hold or you can raise that arm up and reach over. This is only 30 seconds. So remember, this is getting us prepped for our main core session today. Couple more seconds here. Stay with me, stay strong. Lift that bottom hip up. 3, 2, 1. Let's swap sides. Take that hand over and then lift. So remember, you can split the feet alongside each other or foot on top of foot. Lift from that bottom hip. Raise up, open up that chest. 10 more seconds here. So then we are going to go into our first one with weight. Remember, you don't have to use the weight. Switch yourself over onto your back. Grab the weight if you need. And we're going to go into some dead bugs. So alternating. I'm going to stick here with one arm, alternating left and right, leg, keeping my arm constantly behind me. So as soon as my leg goes back, my arm comes back. And then I'm going to swap the dumbbell or kettlebell, whichever you're using. So 3, 2, 1, swap over. Remember, avoid your head. Make sure you're not swapping over your face. And switch. So, leg extends as the arm goes back, opposite leg extends. Keep it moving. We're going to go into our first complex after this one, but we are going to use the weight. So if you have a weight, please do bring it. Beautiful. Come all the way back up. We're going to go into a seated rainbow. So rainbows are taking the arms over, taking the kettlebell dumbbell over. And we're going to go for 10 here, okay? So even though we're still on for 3 minutes for this complex now, we are going to go into 10 reps. So remember, this rotation and the opposite counts as 1, yeah? So this should be a little bit easier, so we're not doing 1 rep. Good. 3 more to go here. 1. I think that took up most of the minute. take into our Russian twist. You can do this without the weight, but I'm going to take the weight with me. And then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping the weight, taking the knees up. Now you can drop down, and we're going to go opposite knee to elbow. So seated position, make sure you're not putting any pressure in your back. If you are, stay lifted and just keep the feet on the floor, alternating knee to elbow, okay? Keep it up. We're going to go for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Take yourself over now, over onto our elbows, and we're going to go for 5 hip shifts. So lift and shift. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lift up to plank. This is our last exercise. Leg raise for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's go that whole thing again. I think we'll be able to do at least one more round. 1. Let's go for each side is 1, yeah? So let's speed it up a little bit. For 4, 5, 7, last one, 10. Beautiful. Russian twist, over we go. So this will be our last round now. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knee to elbow, 5 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hip shifts, over we go. Elbows down. And for left to right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Step back up to plank. Feet back, forehead in line with the mat. For 1, 2, 3. Push the palms away. 4, 5. Excellent. Stay seated and grab a drink if you need to. So that one was a little bit complex. I think we overdid it with the rainbows on the first round. So let's go through that whole thing again. And now we know we're going to get 2 rounds. Well, let's just focus on getting the best 2 rounds out there, yeah? So I'm gonna ignore the clock now. So forget the 3-minute training. Let's just focus on the reps. Let's just focus on the quality, and let's focus on getting 2 rounds out, okay? And then we'll move on. So hopefully you feel a little bit more secure, solid, capable, that you know that these are the exercises we're going to do. So hopefully we'll be able to step it up a gear on these next ones. So again, if it's hard sitting onto your heels, you can come up onto your knees, and we can do a rainbow this way. So for those of you who want to, knees are hip distance apart, the kettlebell is close to your body, and wherever you are, let's get started for round 2. Over we go. For 1, for 2, for 3, for 4, for 5. Beautiful. Let's go into Russian twist, coming onto our bum. And for 10, let's take our time on this one. 9, 8, back nice and straight, belly button pull in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that weight down, taking our feet in a little bit more, hands behind you for 5. Elbow in for 4. For 3, Chest high, 2, 1. Beautiful. Flip yourself over. Well, let's go into our hip shifts. Onto our elbows, spine nice and straight. Pulling our navel into the spine for 2, for 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Pick yourself up to a plank. Nice and strong for 5. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the legs for 4. For 3, push the ground away with your arms. 2, last one. Beautiful. Let's do that whole thing again. One more round here. For those of you who want to, stay on your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try not to move that torso. 9, 10. Flip yourself over. Remember, this is our last round before we get a break. So belly button in, taking the Russian twist. You can lift those legs up if it feels a little bit more challenging. 7, back nice and straight. 'Last one. Beautiful. Dropping the weight down. Fingertips behind you for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Hip shifts. 5, 4, 3. Try not to collapse around the waist. 2, 1. Back up to plank. Nice and solid with those legs. Forearms are supporting you. Palms are supporting you. For 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Whew. Okay, 45 seconds rest. And then we're going to move on to our next complex, which is dead bugs, reverse crunches, side plank pulses, knee to elbow, low boat. So we're not going to need our weight unless you want to take it with you for your dead bugs, okay? So again, we're trying to get our breath back, get back into a state of recovery, so we are able to take the next 2 rounds nice and strong. So hopefully, depending on what the time was, because the last complex took about 3 minutes and it took us 2 rounds, yeah? So let's start over onto our back. Remember, you can use the weight. I'm going to take the weight away from me just for the moment, feet up, and let's go for 10, same arm, same leg, yeah? So that was 2. This is 3, 4, 'Just remember, quality over quantity. If you feel like pausing, please do so. 3 more like this. Navel in towards the spine, lower back pushing into the ground. Last one. Amazing. Okay, let's go into reverse crunches onto your tummy this time. Taking the hands onto your back of the head, legs firm, core strong. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's go over to our side plank this time. So elbow down. Taking that hand up, we're going to lift up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time you can stay up here or bend or drop the hips. Bend knee to elbow for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go over to the other side and do the same thing, so it just prevents us from flipping over too much. So I know we did 2 exercises there. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can drop the hips, knee to elbow, oblique crunch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go into our back this time to a low boat. So let's start seated, fingertips forward, chest nice and open. Let's go a little bit lower into that low boat. If you can, lift up. You don't need to go down as low. You don't need to lift your feet up. We're just going to do 5 of these, so 3 more here. 3, lift, lift, lift. 2, last one. Beautiful. Whew, okay. So that was it. That was our complex. Take a quick drink. We're going to do the whole thing again now that we've got used to it. Let's go into the whole thing and let's go for 2 more rounds, yeah? So we've got about 6 rounds in total. And no, 4 rounds in total. I don't know. My brain is gone. This rest is good for my brain. I don't need to think of any maths. If you do want to use the kettlebell on this next one for your dead bugs, please do use them. But bearing in mind, unless you've got 2, you're going to have to swap on the side. So you can use it, you cannot, your call, right? So let's get started for round 2. We still got a couple of seconds, so let's just start to make our way onto our back. Remember, quality technique over anything else. So feet are in a tabletop position, and in 5 seconds we're going to go again and alternating. So you can either do opposite arm, opposite leg, or same arm, same leg, whatever you prefer. Off we go. So that was 2. Sorry, this is 2. Keeping that lower back into the mat. Keep it going. So we're going to go for 10 on each side this time. So I'm halfway. Keep pushing that lower back into the floor. This is 2. Last one. Beautiful. Let's switch over into our reverse plank. So, or reverse crunches, I should say. Flipping over, hands behind your head, legs firm. Lift up for 10, 9, elbows wide, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying with this same side just because it's convenient for me. You can obviously go to the opposite side. We're going to lift up with that hand and go for 10 side pulses for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time I'm going to stay up on my hip and go for elbow to knee for 5, 4, 3. You remember, you can take the lower version or the modification, whatever you prefer. Last one. Beautiful. Drop it down, flip yourself over. Nice and strong for your pulses. Lift, lift, lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbow to knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, low boat. Take it down and hold. Come all the way back up. You can even keep the knees up and then go into a low boat if you prefer. Take those arms to support you for 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Just rest here. So that was our last round. I thought we could duplicate it, but I was wrong. So this is our final round. Let's go into pushing it into another gear this time. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more recovered and rejuvenated, and that last set might have felt a little bit easier. Let's try and go for 1 round, if not 2. We'll see how we go. And this is it. This is our home straight. We're almost there. We are almost done on our session today. So, wow. I enjoyed this one. I liked this one. Maybe it's because I like the variations, of course. So if you did, please do let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed it. Remember, if you're not already subscribed, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I'd love to see you back here. And a couple more seconds, so let's start to prep for our last round. Belly button in. Remember, we're gonna go for 10 reps on this one. Lower back pushing into the ground, lifting the feet into tabletop. When you're ready, let's go for 10 reps. Same arm, same leg, or opposite arm, opposite leg. Choose whichever suits you. Which one do you prefer today? Which one is your body more responsive to? Good. Keep breathing. Keep focusing on belly button is pulling in. I am halfway here. Keep it strong. Last 2. Last 1. Beautiful. Flip over onto our front for a reverse crunch. Taking hands behind your head, legs are firm, and elbows wide for 10. Last 2. 1. Beautiful. Onto our side plank pulses, lifting up with that top hand for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. If you want to stay up, stay up. Crunching for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Flip over. Just to give yourself a little bit of a pause, lifting up with that top hand and pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift up, stay up. If you want to for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Low boat to high boat, whatever you prefer. If you want to keep your feet down, you can. If you want to keep them up, go into low boat, coming all the way back up for 5. That was 4, 3, 2, 1. I tell you what, let's do that whole thing again, and this time I'm going to start this way. So for those of you coming with me, let's just do one more round for luck. Last 3 minutes worth of work. Remember, pick your poison, whatever you prefer. If we're doing this with weight, that is an option. You might not be able to do as many reps, but that's okay. Good, halfway here. Who would have thought 6 minutes worth of total work, right? But you guys are doing awesome. Remember, you can pause this if you needed to. Last 3. Last 2. Take your time on this one. Lower back pushing into the floor. Last 1. Beautiful. Come back up, over, onto your front for your reverse crunches. Hands behind you, elbows wide for 10. 3, 2, 1. Flipping yourself over. I'm going to take this side this time. Reaching with that top hand. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbow to knee for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1. And this time flipping over. Last crunch, last pulse. Last 5, keep reaching. 3, 2, 1, lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Low boat to high boat, whatever you prefer. If you want to take it into a feet down boat, that's okay too. You can just lower down, just like in a Pilates movement, up. So if you're coming with me, low boat for 5. This is your last one for 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Give yourself a massive clap. I am super proud of you. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for joining me for this core strength training session. And hopefully you felt just a little bit more invigorated and rejuvenated and a little bit more energy in you. If you found that tough, please tell me below, what did you like about it? Which exercise did you like the most? And could you do that extra 3 minutes I added on, surprisingly? Sending you lots of love. For those of you who are already subscribed, thank you so much.